very good day to all of you. How have all of you been doing? I hope all of you are doing good and staying healthy, and staying safe as well. Now, this week, my little sharing here will be on pride. So, will pride hurt your leadership? You see, like many things in life, pride can either be a positive or a negative thing. It's a great and appropriate thing to feel when you have worked hard to accomplish something that is difficult. But when pride becomes too entangled with ego, it comes across as arrogance. So this kind of pride can be personally destructive and dangerous to the effectiveness of your leadership. So today I would like to share a few signs, that we should watch for, especially in our journey, right, of leadership. Now, my list is not exhaustive, so basically I would just want to share the top 7 signs that we should watch out for. The first one, self-centeredness. You see, humility is one of the greatest values in leadership, right? And leading with pride and conceit only advertises the absence of humility. So therefore, it is not surprising those who care only about themselves and understand only their own perspective are often the most miserable people. So stay on track by making sure that everyone in your team has a voice, a value, and also their fair share of credit. The second sign is looking down on others. Now, when you set yourself above everything around you, you make sure that others are forced to look up to you. So on the other hand, your own view is limited if you're always looking down on everyone and everything. So it's a serious failure of perspective. Remember to stay focused on how important you can become, but not how important you become, but on how much of a difference that you can make, right? Now the third sign is arrogance. Even less desirable. Arrogance is even less desirable than conceit or superiority. Is what? Arrogance, which combines what I call elitist view, alright, with aggressive and even destructive tendencies. So arrogant leaders don't care. Basically they just don't care. What they harm or who they harm, as long as they come out on top. And if you find yourself wanting to help yourself have more, to be first, or to take more than your share of credit, then you must know that it is time for a change. Next, my fourth sign is is there such a thing of over self-esteem? Self-esteem is good, of course. Yeah? We need to have certain extent, we need to have self-esteem. But you see, the narcissistic leader has an overdose level. They are secretly sure that they always feel that they are smarter, they are better than anyone else, and they are far rather to be admired than to be cared for. So what are the results? Vanity, entitlement, exploitation. And you see, the best cure is to stay connected. The key here, all right, to stay connected to your responsibility to others. Okay? My fifth point here is selfishness. Selfish. I'm sure a lot of you agree with me that you cannot be a great leader and be selfish. Pride demands to be served with a show of respect. But leadership is about stewardship and the willingness to serve. Serving others requires us to focus on their needs rather than our own, and it reminds us of how we are part of something bigger than ourselves. Sign number 6, self-entitlement. Great leadership is about expressing gratitude, but those suffering with undue pride believes that they truly deserve every good thing that comes to them and more. There is something about, saying thank you that takes our eyes off ourselves and put them back onto others. And my last sign here, or sign number 7, it is self-absorption. The self-absorbed person brings all topics back to themselves, right? They counter loneliness and isolation by putting themselves at the center of every conversation, every project, every idea, when the true cure for isolation is exactly the opposite. Therefore, if your pride pushes you towards performing with excellence, doing your best, finding joy in the accomplishment of yourself and others, it is probably helping you to become a better leader. But if pride is about taking credit, feeling superior and exploiting your relationships, then pride is a problem. Now, it is a problem then that is often grounded in self-esteem and fear. So those who are good, starting places for the tough will work on self-correction. Therefore, leading with pride can be a problem when it begins to hurt both our personal life and our leadership. So the test that we must set for ourselves is not to match or to march alone, right? But to march in a way that others will wish to join us. All right. So, and that is leadership. I hope all of you have, will resonate with my little sharing here. And I hope that, pride will not get in the way of our leadership, but instead it helps us to grow, help us to bring others, to rally people, along to achieve the company objective and eventually the goal, of the company. All right. Once again, I'm Philip Liao. I'm doing what I'm doing for the very fact that leadership matters because people matter. All right. So I'll see you in my next video, and I hope that all of you will stay strong, stay healthy, and be a blessing to all those around you. Bye-bye.